Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I want to apologize for the backgrounds. I don't usually really care about the background of my videos, but they're really looking pretty rough right now because I'm in the process of transitioning and packing. So please bear with me. Hopefully in the next couple of months things will be better, okay? So I want to talk about Rocket Man. You know that song by Elton John, Rocket Man? Who do you think I'm talking about? I bet you guys know. Mr. Kim, the leader of North Korea, that guy, that rocket man, that's the guy. He is going to really be hitting the news here in the next couple of weeks. What I'm seeing unfold for him is he's being told something when it's not that way. I see someone he trusts whisper in his ear, "Hey, we have all of this intelligence and your country could fall or collapse or even be hit by a Tomahawk missile or something to do with the Middle East or Russia." I don't know what the propaganda is here for him, but it's someone that he has dealt with before, and he trusts them because Kim doesn't have a lot of friends outside of North Korea. You know that. So when someone befriends him, he looks past the dangers, even though he's very unpredictable and dangerous himself. He has poor perception of other people. He has a hard time reading other people. He trusts people too easily. Even though you see his own people fear him and clap and scream and like they're so happy to see him on the podium, but really deep down inside, Mr. Kim is weak. He is. But he is unpredictable and that makes him dangerous. All right. So he's being told, I feel like he's in a meeting. He's talking to someone he feels is a close friend or alliance, really. I don't know who this is. I have an idea, but I'm going to keep it to myself. But he's talking to this other person, and this person is feeding him a red herring in his ear. So the reason for this to take place, what I believe, is because it will direct the attention of something else going on in the world off of that country or people and more focus into North Korea. And we know that there are warheads there. Trump knows that, right? All of the UN does. I don't trust any of them. But Kim is going to feel threatened, and the paranoia is going to build and build and build until he explodes in some way. I feel that October 29th is going to be significant around the world, especially Israel, the Middle East, Russia, Ukraine, and North Korea. I'm seeing Mr. Kim have a show of military display in October. Could be the end of October. He's having this display. Could be a parade. I'm not aware of one taking place at that time in October or any time in October, but he's going to be showing something. There's going to be an announcement. If it's not visual, like an actual parade of some kind, there's going to be an announcement about some type of satellite launch. Satellite launch. There's going to be news about some type of missile that may be launched as a experiment. It could be like, well, we're going to launch this type of missile, that missile in North Korea as some type of experiment, like not to actually hit another country, but just, and that could backfire in his face, in Mr. Kim's face, but that would be something for October, like, or even November, really. I'm not going to put a time frame. I'm just going to say from October to the end of November, I'm sorry, the end of December of 2025, be listening out because you're going to hear things about this guy, okay? He's going to hit the news. Mr. Kim is going to hit the news. He's going to start talking about propaganda. He's going to start talking about, for some reason, I'm hearing him feel threatened, and he's going to say something about the Tomahawks. Okay, I'm getting something with the Tomahawks. He may feel threatened and think that, well, if you can send those to Ukraine, South Korea can get them and use them against me. He's going to feel very threatened towards Trump, is what I'm getting. And South Korea and Japan are his worst fears. Not really his fears, I shouldn't say that. But those are the two countries closest to him that he may blame this on. But I see Trump coming out and saying something about sanctions and a tariff, some tariffs or sanctions or something. I see Trump speaking out publicly about that. That could be in December, but there's going to be some type of explosion in North Korea. It's something that Kim does himself. It could be a missile, or I keep hearing the word rocket. It's something that he launches and it doesn't work out the way he planned. And so it causes this large explosion. And then they just label it as a mysterious explosion. But it's going to open the eyes of the UN. It's going to really raise concerns with South Korea and Japan, but especially South Korea. And that's when you may hear Trump starting to talk about it. After that takes place, this mysterious explosion, if that and maybe it's symbolic, maybe this is Kim's mind, he explodes, literally explodes in his freaking head because he is crazy. But it feels to be something with a missile. But anyways, symbolic or not, that's what I'm getting. Then the other thing I was being shown as, once Trump speaks out against Kim in some way, then Kim is going to come out publicly. He's going to say something that he is not supposed to say. Okay, it's going to come across as very threatening. And maybe that is when the sanctions and threats come from Trump's mouth. But it's just going to escalate, is what I'm getting. And it is done purely to keep the focus off of something else. So technically what I feel is that South Korea, Japan, they really aren't paying much attention to North Korea. But North Korea is being told that. It's propaganda being put in their ear, and they believe it because Kim is poor at reading character, and he's going to be programmed to do things. And the focus will lift off of certain countries into his own country. And that may be his downfall in 2026. Not, I can't say downfall like him out of, like oust, but it may bring turmoil. Because North Korea already has turmoil with their people, you know? But it's going to make things worse. And some of these countries that he feels are his friends are going to be like, can't help you anymore. After they're done getting what they need from him, cut the ties. Sad but true. Really, he's to blame because he should be able to decipher people better, but really he has a weakness for that. So yeah, I hope I broke it down. But yeah, anywhere between, say, October 25th until December, the end of December 2025, I see that all this kind of unfolding like that. North Korea, you're going to see Kim. He's going to hit the news because we usually don't hear nothing about North Korea. Not really. But he's going to be hitting the news in the next 2 months, like between now and the end of December. So be listening out. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.